IanSelley here after Leatherhead's hard-earned 2-2 draw away at Bedfont Sports. Your initial thoughts of the game, Ian?
I think we're probably lucky to come out with a draw in the end. I think we're disappointing after last Saturday. We thought we were very, very good. I think we turned up and we were sloppy all over. I think we fired into a few at half time, made some changes. But I think it was just a mentality thing. I think they maybe turned up thinking of getting an easy result, and it wasn't easy. I think Bedfont worked their socks off. They were more aggressive than us. They were quicker to the ball. They wanted to win, and we didn't have that for 30 minutes. It wasn't until maybe the last 10-15 where we were actually livened up a little bit. So I think we were a bit lucky to get back in the game and get a draw out of it, if I'm honest.
And we finished really strongly. We could have even nicked it, which might have been a bit of an injustice in many ways.
Yeah, we had probably 2 or 3 good opportunities late on in the game. I think the last 15, I thought we were good again. But yeah, you just can't turn up to games like this and go through the motions. So we said afterwards it's a bit of a learning curve. As much as I want to applaud them for getting back in the game, we need to realise if we want to do well in this division, that we need to start games better. It's tough conditions. It's cold. It's windy. Yeah. It's wet. But
and it was terrible conditions, heavy rain and wind throughout the whole 90 minutes, so that must have been a leveller. It was interesting also that when we had that very poor half an hour, we then had an injury to Jacob Brecken, and then you rallied the troops around and you really got into them, and then there was a noticeable rise in the level of play. We hit the post and then of course we equalised, so that must have benefited the team surely.
Yeah, it's not
really laying into them.
Yeah, it's not often.
That's not nice.
No, it's not often I lose my temper, but when you've got a group of players are very, very good and some are performing at 20-30%, they need to know that it's not good enough, and if that was to continue, then they won't be around too much longer. But we have got a very good squad of players that we know that can fight and they can work hard. So we're just going to put today as one of those games.
Bad day at the office.
Yeah, we're not going to be like we were last Saturday every single week,
yeah.
And we've got to realise the levels we're at, and we've got a point out of it. Westfield lost today, which is a bit frustrating because we could have gone a little bit further in front,
yeah.
But we've got another opportunity Tuesday against Hayes and Yedding to put ourselves in further in front. So Tuesday for us is a massisk game. And
I think it's great. It just showed character that over the whole 90 minutes, it was by our standards a poor performance. We struggled to break down their double block, and they in many ways outcompeted us. But then, right at the death, in injury time, we found a way of getting a point. So that's great in itself, surely.
Yeah. There's a positive finish to a game. And like I say, it's. I think we're expecting a top performance every week, and we know that the Premier League players don't perform every single week. So we've got to be mindful and respectful of that. They can't do it every week.
They're human beings at the end of the day.
They are,
there will be a drop off sometimes.
And when I played a long time ago, I was never great every game. I was terrible some games. So but we just need to make sure that as a management group, we tidy up on did we prep properly for the game. We'll question that, and we'll just say to the players just to look at themselves and did they prep the right way today? Did they prep last night the right way? So if we want to win the division and do well, we just need to make sure these little finer points, if we can make them good, then we'll be okay. But
and the great thing also about getting that equaliser, it keeps the run going. We're still unbeaten since September the 16th, so that's 15 games now unbeaten. And
I think we've been good value for it. We've had a couple of close run games, but there is that fight and determination in the change room. All the boys want to do well, and we're still top of the league, and we're a couple of points clear now. And we've got, like I say, 2 massive games coming up with Hayes and Yedding Tuesday and Westfield.
Tuesday,
and then Westfield
the big
on
one
Saturday. So we'll take it as we normally would take it. It's just 2 normal games. But obviously their team's competing to win the division.
We'll put that one to bed and move on to the next game. And as I say, we've actually increased our lead. So. It doesn't look pretty in one sense, but in another sense, the table looks very healthy now. And of course, we're still in the FA Trophy, so it's very exciting. Well done, Ian.
Cheers, thank you. Cheers. Nice one.